I'm just replying to him saying, yeah, that's what it is.
Did you sleep last night? Get to sleep? Yeah.
Enough.
Did I hear we're live? What's good? What's good? What's good, yo?
Hey.
It's new member of the MCSC network, Glory. Just kidding. Hey, what's good, Steve?
Glory
What's good,
Camera.
CEO of Scoop Gang. I see you. I see you. We got my man Franco. We got my girl Fee, Shonda, Amber representing Seattle. We got our lovely Julian Assange supporters. Woo. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, guys.
I've had to do that.
Let's go. We're just setting up. People coming with batteries for the bullhorns and stuff.
Yeah, floating head show, yeah.
All our shows are floating heads.
Yeah. But we just
I mean,
like,
fuck
fuck
it,
it,
when
when
you
you
can
can
float
float
your
your
head,
head.
Check that out.
Yeah, you're the floating head people show.
That's Fox News.
You're gonna get the best shots when you give a child the fucking camera. Let's go. Let's go. Fuck shit up.
There's the truck. Capital. Woo! Yes.
Day.
Woo! Happy Clovers for Assange Day.
Right.
Hijacking a holiday.
But theoretically,
Yes. Love it.
registered copyrighted work is essentially worse.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get that done.
Are you live?
Hello?
How
Yeah,
you
we're
doing? I
live.
recognize the hair. It's Gloria or Gloria?
Glory.
Glory, how are you? I'm your
Hello.
sign truck guy. I'm James. How are you?
Oh, hi.
Good to see you.
Nice to see
glad
you.
you made it out. Yeah. You
Yeah.
out on the West Coast or around
Yeah,
Steve
I'm
or
out in
something
LA.
somewhere?
That's where I came from.
Okay. Yeah, I see you guys from time to time, and yeah, good
Nice.
little background noise. Listen to your thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Good. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Glory, by the
Hi,
way.
I'm Ford. I don't know if we're doing handshakes or
Yeah,
what.
I know. I'm
Sorry,
Steve's
it's become
co-host.
so weird. I've like.
I
started
know,
to get
it
used
is.
to
I
doing the elbow
apologize
thing,
for
but
that.
I never mean to dodge somebody's handshake.
So while we're live, do you mind if I just ask you like one quick question?
Sure. Yeah.
So is there anything that like motivates you to come to this event specifically for Clovers for Assange, or especially regarding how you've been just absolutely pegged by big tech?
Yeah, so, it's kind of interesting. I usually try to be very, very, indifferent to the content of what I'm covering. Like, I don't really comment on... Do you mind if I pull that? That's what I'm talking about. When I cover an event, I try to not make my personal opinions known about that event. In this case, because I've been writing, especially in the last couple months, but really for years, about how big tech censorship affects me and independent content creators like me, this is a subject that I have published my own opinion on. And so I actually sort of put a disclaimer, and once I do start a live stream here, I think I'm going to actually talk beforehand into my phone to explain, like, hey, to people watching, I'm still going to try to cover this objectively. I'm not going to speak, I'm not going to be like a speaker at this rally. But the fact that I actually am in agreement with the anti-censorship thing, is unique in that I've, made that position clear publicly.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming out then.
Yeah.
And thanks for covering this as well.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
Was that a high five? Actually.
Oh no, it was like a wave.
You're in full like Anon aesthetic.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh
The
shit.
terrorizer has arrived.
Oh yeah. Looking so intimidating.
I'm waiting for the Black Hawk to just come flying over.
Intimidating and right wing and
Oh.
dangerous and Nazi-esque.
Yes. Yes. Supporting fascist free speech.
Yes. There are anon masks to go around,
Yeah, we
y'all.
got one actually.
Yeah. Well, if I walk through the crowds, you'll see a couple Guy Fawkes masks here and there, especially because Clovers for Assange originated from the anonymous community.
Have you guys had the opportunity to sign our flag?
I gotta sign this. Hey! Hey! Hey!
The Lori Joseph hijacked the Convo Couch.
That's on. Hey, bro, you gave the camera to me. I got some great shots for y'all. Like, check it out, NBC. Yeah.
Benjamin, Lee Camp, fucking all kinds of people sign this flag, dude.
Yeah, I gotta sign it. Do you have a Sharpie?
So, of course, this is the other side. Look at that, it says pasta.
You guys?
Do you have a Sharpie?
Yes.
I'm excited.
We're about to
Eating donuts.
We're signing the WikiLeaks flag banner.
I wasn't sure if Niko was
Fiorella.
Pick your
And I got this back from who hijacked it.
He was like set to come on.
Thank you for tuning in. So we're going to start with the Clovers for Assange protests led by Action for Assange, and then we're going to go right into our protest, which is the fuck censorship. And I don't know if you guys heard, but NBC, Fox, which is up here, CNN, MSNBC, who else? Am I missing one? Pretty much all of them, except the Washington Post, which is funny. Completely stole our footage, used it, are being monetized on it, and it's like the biggest story right now because they're using this 30-second footage that we filmed in Capitol 6 on January 6th at the Capitol for an indictment against these two gentlemen. They're, insurrectionists. And now more than ever, this is why we're pissed, and we're going to protest even more. And yeah. Johnny, take a
Should I take it? Any takers? Any takers?
For that?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
He's having fun.
maybe he does.
Hey everyone, one of our
like
chatters,
sign?
Nicole,
Not
these
sure.
adorable little clover thingies, and you're
Sign
welcome to
anybody?
take them.
There's tons of buttons and all sorts of stuff.
Both events here.
Yeah, I think the other one's
they had CNN.
So you can see the Capitol over there. There's NBC News. These are office buildings. It's not like their main headquarters, but maybe this is where all the money comes, you know? So this is interesting. This is the building there. This is the Hall of the States. You have Fox News here. You have Wells Fargo in there. You have NBC News here. Yeah, I think these are just like office buildings. As you can see, the Capitol is still fenced off up to like right here. This is crazy. They're building something, it looks like. I'm not quite sure what they're building. They might be renovating the... I'm going to screw on the camera better. They might be renovating the little memory mall thing they got going on. But you can see the Capitol building there. Here is the Julian Assange, Assange. Journalism is not a crime. Drop the charges. And yeah, so here we are. There's the Capitol building, like I said over there. Official state access only. This is kind of weird to still see. Like, why is it still fenced off? It's kind of really weird. So today is St. Patrick's Day. We have Steve here. Steve poking it.
Man, nothing says freedom like razor wire.
Exactly, right? So I was just commenting on that. Like, they still got everything fenced off. Do you know if they're building anything?
Battlements? I'm not entirely sure, man.
I haven't seen. That's new. Like, that's brand new.
That is brand new. Yeah, no, it wasn't there 2 months ago. I mean, the wall, the thick-ass concrete wall wasn't there either.
Yeah. No, that is a concrete wall.
That's a fucking concrete wall.
So. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, huh? So, St. Paddy's Day, they got the Irish flag out here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's only those 2 large ones left.
What's that?
Signs?
Because over here we live in a fucking cartoon.
Hey!
How are you, man?
How you doing? Say hi to the stream.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Mr. Andrew. So,
We're excited to be out here today. We got, I'd say between like 30 and 40, maybe 50 people out here right now. We're going to give it probably about another 20 minutes or so, just for more people to filter in. But this should be cool. We're going to be marching that way up North Capitol Street to the CNN building, which is where the fuck censorship protests take over. And then I believe we're going to NPR and then Google.
Yep.
Cool, man.
No, the smaller ones that I got.
I don't
Never got them out, and then we were looking for them, and then we got distracted. Yep. Surprise, surprise.
What were we looking for?
The little fuck censorship buttons.
They should be in one of the bags.
They're not, no.
Get your sign. Real workers, not journalists, yes.
Yeah, this is the best sign.
What does it say on the other side?
It says, "Don't shoot the messenger, free Assange."
Nice. I like that. Thank you.
We have coffee and donuts over there. Please come help yourselves. We have shirts, we got buttons. We also have flyers and necklaces if anyone would like any of those too.
I mean, yes, they're the only kind, but there's like the loose ones that come to Guatemala.
And I'm a vegan now, so I eat bananas, and it's very hard. But when I was doing my food test, banana for like almost 3 years because I know about the UFC. And the reason why we changed regimes down in Guatemala was because of the banana. The UFC, the United Fruit Company, eventually became Dore and PETA. So since they kind of this stuff.
Did you get a button to go to go?
Oh yeah.
We do have some security officials from the building here. Let's see what happens here. Real quick.
I think I watched that. I was up at that.
When we went back to corporations, the banana.
Yeah, I think in the 50s they were doing.
Hey, Franco! That's what I was just here. He is right there.
Oh, God.
But we have a permit to be on this side. That's what the permit is. That's the whole. I would talk to that man.
How you doing? What's happening, buddy?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Andrew, how you doing, Mr. Andrew? I'm just trying to get everyone on the public side of the property and not on the private side of the property. As I said, you guys are free to exercise your First Amendment rights and everything. I'm not trying to stop it, but we just that's for
me. Basically, on that side of the plane.
In front of the planner.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Did you get my check?
Get your check.
Yeah, from NBC and Fox. They owe us money.
I have nothing to do with
I don't want to take away.
No.
Sorry, sir.
I don't work for them.
You work for the building in there. Get us our checks. They stole our shit.
If I had that ability, I would not be working here.
They stole our shit. Tell them.
They're free.
Well, no, I mean they're both here, but I just don't want you fucking freezing.
Chat.
Yeah. I mean, that one's fresh too. But you want that one? All right. You can wear the extra large. By the way, Andrew, I only have a large shirt for you. I don't know if that fits you. I'll get you an extra large.
I'll look weird in it, but I'll wear it.
No, I'll give you my extra large.
No, I like my belly button hanging out.
I don't. And I don't want you having a fuck censorship shirt on when they're all like tight over like this.
Hey, they're not going to blur it out.
There you go. Man was freezing. There you go. What was your name? Jake. Pasta. Pleasure.
But like old school, I thought of it.
I have a heavy jacket that I use for Chicago. So I didn't see it, but I saw the
Dogs for
Hey everybody, I would like to thank you for joining us. This is our first Clovers for Assange event. As Action for Assange, we've done events lining up with the court trial of Julian throughout the whole process. The U.S. currently has Julian's trial in appeal. He's still held in Belmarsh prison, basically 24 hours a day in solitary confinement. There was a period of 6 months between the first trial and the second round of court hearings where he didn't get to meet with a lawyer or any privileged counsel. We're here today because the media companies are failing us. Fox News, NBC, C-SPAN, CNN, NPR, and the like. We're here because we must demand the right to share classified information. This isn't a struggle to save Julian's life as much as it is to save the basic principles of free speech. Julian is languishing not of his own decisions, but because the U.S. empire has decided to criminalize journalism. And these institutions behind us, NBC, Fox, C-SPAN, they're complicit in it. They're silent. Their journalists and reporters did not cover this trial in the depth and birth that it should have been. It is a travesty to watch media organizations not defend their own basic jobs. It is the right of these organizations to share information that makes powerful people uncomfortable, that reveals crimes of the elite. These institutions have become stenographers to power. They no longer report the news as it is, but spin it to serve the intelligence communities, military, donors, or whoever else is in their pocket that given day. We're here to say we're not putting up with it anymore. We have an institution that provides us first-hand factual information. 10 years ago, we got one of the only reports, mass releases of first-hand documents about war crimes. No one has been prosecuted for those war crimes except Chelsea Manning, the whistleblower, and Julian Assange, the publisher. These institutions are silent on these crimes, and we must demand that that changes. Right now, their profession is held in 24-hour-a-day solitary confinement. Their profession is on trial by the U.S. government, yet they do not do anything to defend themselves. Woo! Woo!
Yeah!
Woo! Steve.
Well said. CIA Steve.
Got a file on you.
Got it.
The United States government is seeking international jurisdiction over the press. The United States government is seeking to criminalize investigative journalism. The United States government is seeking to criminalize source protection for journalists. The United States government is seeking to criminalize publishing or receiving or sharing classified information. That means if any one of you has ever shared a social media post that contains classified information in a news report, you could be liable to be prosecuted under the Espionage Act of 1917 for hitting the share button on a social media platform. You! Does anybody have the funds for an Espionage Act court case? Anybody got, you guys, security, can you afford a lawyer to go to court against the government in case you accidentally hit a share on a social media post, they were like, we need to make an example of this guy. Let's show them what happens when they go up against the government and they share a post. Picture yourself in court where you know that in espionage court, there's no such thing as a public interest defense. The jury never gets to find out why you shared that information or why you published that information, because it is illegal for them to have that information. Government would keep the jury ignorant in order to prove its case. Does that sound like justice? Does that sound like free and open court? Does that sound like an authoritarian regime hell-bent on controlling and subjugating its citizens? Yeah. I'm fucking sick of that. Absolutely fucking sick of it. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I feel like everybody should make some noise. I'm not entirely sure what you should say.
That's what we're here for!
Come here, Glory Jones.
I
want you to yell shit new more. Whatever you want.
Because here's something that I wonder, is why the fucking cowardice from these spineless pricks? I'm 20 years old and I came here all the way from LA. Because my fucking future, my younger sister's future, and all of the youth's future is at stake with this shit. Every day, every single day, the tentacles of the Mickey Mac complex, that's the military-industrial congressional intelligence media academia think tank, they only grow stronger. We only get farther and farther away from the future that we all want. And what do these fucks do? They only answer to those at the top. To their fucking handlers, not to the people. But that's how the system's designed, isn't it? We can't secure some fucking agency here. We can't fucking protest. There's a protest bill going on in London right now. That gets criminalized every day. Before hopping off a plane here, I damn near had to dodge LAPD just for filming shit. This shit is draconian. It's gotta stop. What kind of society do we live in where Julian Assange, who used his hacking skills to help expose pedophiles, who exposed fucking war crimes, who exposed the NSA and the CIA spying on us and others for exposing all of those crimes? Where is he? In solitary fucking confinement, being tortured, freezing in Belmarsh prison while they hold his warm clothes in storage. Where did Chelsea Manning go? She got tortured. Plain and simple. What happened to Edward Snowden? Exiled, had his passport canceled, and can't ever come in. What about David McBride? Facing trials for exposing war crimes. What about anonymous hackers everywhere? Having to fucking flee everywhere, remain anonymous because they're not welcome anywhere. Meanwhile, let's look at the lovely war criminals in power. Joe Biden. Joe, I don't want my kids to grow up in a racial jungle, Biden. Fucking racist, corporatist, imperialist tool of the national security state. That's where Joe Biden is, right there. Not fucking sorry-ass fucking building. Well, that's actually the Capitol, but... But hey, let's talk about some of the people in there. Some of the fucking war criminals in there, too. Calling for the Ministry of Truth, AOC. Calling for independent media to be silenced. When you know damn well all we're doing is filming shit. What do you have against freedom of speech? What do you have against people trying to share information? All of you fucks in the Capitol. What do you have against that? Oh, don't don't even get me started on fucking Mike Pompeo. Mike Pompeo!
Who's that?
Oh, only the former CIA director and our Secretary of State. Because hey, while these fucks, how the fuck are you gonna sit there in a room when Jen Psaki is going on and on about how much this administration cares about freedom of the press? How the fuck are you chumps gonna stay there and not say shit about the torture of Julian Assange? How the fuck? I don't want Mike Pompeo to take another step anywhere without people reminding him everywhere we go. Hey, remember that one time where you admitted that as the director of the CIA? Hey, I was the director of the CIA. We lied, we cheated, we stole. We had whole training courses dedicated to that. It reminds you of the glory of the American experiment. And where's Mike Pompeo? Oh, he's not in the same position as Julian Assange, or Chelsea Manning, or Edward Snowden, or David McBride, or wasn't in the same position as Daniel Ellsberg, or anywhere. So that's why we're here, because I appreciate every single buddy here for coming out to help secure some fucking agency for a change. Because the door is literally closed. The door is closed. We can't talk about any other issue until we open the door to get in the room. Until we open the door that is the national security state. Because yes, we have one. Granted, no one else, and none of these fucking cowards are gonna recognize that. Yes, we have one. So open that fucking door. Let's start addressing this shit. Let's free Julian Assange, secure his freedom, throw out that trash fucking decision by concierge of the State Department, Vanessa Breitzer, whose supervisors literally had ties to the Turkish lobby in the military-industrial complex. So, let's secure Julian's freedom, throw away that trash-ass fucking case, and then begin to actually secure some agency here. Yeah. Andrew?
So we have a special guest with us, Mr. Rush from the LaRouche organization. So I'm going to invite him up now to say a couple words.
Let's see how this is going to work.
You just talking to them.
Okay. Is this working? Great. Thanks a lot, Andrew. I'm here to express total support for the Free Assange fight on behalf of the LaRouche organization. We particularly, Andrew has been bringing this fight onto a number of our forums, our Schiller Institute and other events, along with the case of Ed Snowden and others. The fight of the VIPs, the Veteran Intelligence Professionals for Sanity, what Bill Binney, Kirk Wiebe, Ray McGovern, and others have done are real heroes. And everyone here is a hero. And the fight that we're involved in and you are involved in is bigger than the issue of justice by itself, sufficient as that is. And the speaker just before here was alluding to it. We're dealing with efforts, you can call it a surveillance state, you can call it the deep state, the intelligence communities. It's now morphed with the London and Wall Street financial moguls and the whole Silicon Valley crap. It's a blob. LaRouche used to call it a slime mold. And what if anyone knows how slime mold works, it's on the ground and all of a sudden it clumps together and it's suddenly something else. It's a disgusting operation. The point is that what the crowd that is persecuting Julian is not simply trying to silence him. They are attempting to make it impossible to confront a policy from these elites. The Davos group is in the middle of it, which is designed right now to basically use contrived artificial conflicts involving U.S. and Russia, U.S. and China, and so forth, in ways that can lead toward a world war. They want to kill Julian. They want to kill a lot of people. And they don't want voices of truth. Anybody who has the quality, it's almost a sublime quality of acting completely selflessly for something that they are going to pay a big penalty for. They don't want any examples like that to prevail or even survive. We know this in the LaRouche movement because LaRouche was hit with a ferocious defamation campaign and ferocious political persecution in the 1980s that included massive smears from many of these. NBC News right here had people involved with the CIA, with the intelligence services, with the FBI, directly putting out smears on LaRouche to isolate him and keep and allow him then to be taken down in outrageously contrived trials. He was put in prison for 5 years. His life was in danger. We know the territory. The point is, if you don't back down, then the very fact they've come at you that way becomes a liability for the apparatus that's running this persecution. And so what all of us here are involved in identifying and going after the crowd that's persecuting Julian and Ed Snowden and others, we're really going after people who are attempting to put together a global financial government that will be using contrived conflicts and wars to be able to prevent nations from defending their sovereignty, elected government, and the general welfare. There is right now among central bankers, led by the Bank of England, an effort to supersede through digital currencies and things like that, all national currencies and any elected government being able to direct credit to productive purposes. The gigantic bubbles are blowing. There's a real bum's rush to get us into conflicts with Russia, with China, and so forth. Redirect NATO to become a Southeast Asia police force. This is very dangerous stuff. So the fight for Julian, the fight for Ed Snowden, is a fight against this criminal apparatus. They are in danger precisely because their policies take down the economy so fast that most of Africa, much of the rest of the world, really faces a death sentence. If you lower all energy profiles to only wind and solar, you're condemning a lot of the poor areas of the world where there's not even electricity right now to an early death. So behind these policies is a Malthusian elite that thinks the world is overpopulated and we've got to get rid of the extra people. That's what they think. What Julian represents is the quality of truth, of fighting for truth, which becomes contagious when people get any access to it all, and everyone here clearly is carrying that fight forward. So, as I say, on behalf of the LaRouche organization and our Schiller Institute, we are holding an online conference this weekend. People can look it up. We're going to be taking up these issues, the strategic vulnerabilities of the apparatus that has gone after Julian and is attempting to kill him. So thank you, and Godspeed.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Painting Andrew. Painting Andrew.
Oh no, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. That's right, Grandma's here. Say his name. Come on. Say his name! Say his name! You know, I've been reading a lot of freedom of speech quotes lately. And one of the quotes I saw that really struck me was a quote by Idi Amin. Thank you. He said freedom of speech is guaranteed.
Hey, we're at the Department of Justice tomorrow.
Department of Justice tomorrow. Come by. He said freedom of speech is guaranteed, but we can't guarantee freedom after speech. And that's the draconian measures we're living by today with Julian Assange. And I know you're going to hear a lot about what happened with Julian's case, but I often think about Julian the man, the person, the human being, and why he did what he did, and why he does what he does. And it really is all about love. Because one of those famous speeches we talked about, one of those famous quotes by George Washington said, don't correct me if I'm wrong, Without freedom of speech, the dumb and silent will be led like sheep to slaughter. And that's what's happening right now. If they can silence him, then they can do what they want. Just like this gentleman said right there. They think that we're overpopulated and they can kill us and they can destroy us and they can get rid of us simply by silencing us. So I just want to thank you all for coming out today, because I really do feel the love. It's all about the love. And that's what Julian's all about. I think about him as a human being, about the 7,000 days, I think 6,000 days he's been under house arrest, or the 700 days now he's been in Belmarsh. I just think about his resiliency. And I thank you all for coming here, because I know there's not a shit ton of people, but it's just a rock going into the water. And the ripple will grow, and we will grow, and they will not silence us. And one day we hope to see Julian walk free. And when we see that, it's not just freedom for Julian, it's freedom for all of us.
Yeah.
It's freedom for all of us. We are all Assange. Say his name.
Julian Assange.
One more time, louder. Say his name.
Julian Assange.
Here comes Fiorella.
Why you gotta introduce her like that?
First of all, thank you all for coming. I know many of you have come from very far away, and I know that takes time, money, and dedication to the cause. Why are we here? Why is Julian Assange so important? I hear from so many on the supposed left, why do these crazy Assange people focus so much on one man? He is but one man. What does he mean? What is his significance? The significance of Julian Assange is so much greater than him as a person. It is what he represents. Julian represents the ability of dissent, the ability of the human being to question the government and the entities that control this corporation of a nation, this just military base that we've become, this empire. The empire is falling. The empire is collapsing before us. And the reason these people are attacking us, are attacking independent media, people like NBC News, Fox, CNN, which has the most spooks working for them, by the way. The reason they're attacking us is because we are actually winning. We are waking people up. We are a threat to their livelihood, to their propagandists, stenographers of the national security state. That is why they're coming for us. And if they come for him, they will come for every single one of us. That's why Julian is so important. Of course, he released so much vital information that opened the eyes of so many people to what this supposed great nation is. It is not a great nation. We are not free. If we cannot have watchdogs look into what these people are saying, look into the lies of this empire, then we don't have freedom. In order to have any other thing that we need, right now we are living in economic depression. It's going to get worse. We have a government that has given you scraps, given the American people absolutely nothing. $1,400 when they said it was $2,000. They have given you no health care during a supposed pandemic. No health care? Seriously? In any other great nation in the world, people would be protesting, people would be holding their government accountable. But Americans are brainwashed. They are fed to believe these lies. Right now, we're trying to start a war with Iran. We're trying to say that Russiagate is real. Once again, it's back. Russiagate in 2020. Putin colluded with Trump once again. They can't take accountability for anything. And who is opposing those false narratives? They're not opposing those narratives. They are the ones spreading them. The reason that Julian is so important is because he has inspired millions of people, including myself, to actually be truth tellers, to actually be real journalists, cover real stories, challenge the status quo, challenge the empire. Without people like Julian Assange, we wouldn't have this information, we wouldn't have the inspiration, we wouldn't have the means to come out here today and say, enough, this is ridiculous, this is cryptic fascism. In the last few months, we've seen the marriage of big tech, mainstream media, and the corrupt officials in our government, the war criminals in our government that get away with killing people day in and day out. The people who just bombed Syrians. The people who literally allow Israel to drop bombs on Palestinians to attack them. And then when they retaliate, they say they're a bunch of terrorists. See, there's no disconnect between these issues. Press freedoms allows us to watch and go after the empire, which allows us to point out the war crimes, which allows us to fight for issues that matter to all of us. We need to stop thinking that these issues are separate. There is no separation between our domestic and our foreign policy. There is no separation between what Assange means for press freedoms, for dissent. There is a war going on right now. There is a war against truth and dissent. And that war is one that must be fought, not necessarily with violence, but with more dissent, more speech, more we do not combat bad speech with less speech, with censorship, with only the way to destroy bad speech and bad narratives is with more speech. That's why we need to protect these freedoms. And as somebody that's attacked by the mainstream media, that is called a Russian asset, an Assadist, a alt-right collaborator, it's absolutely ridiculous that we've come to this point. And now more than ever, when people like NBC, CNN, Fox, the New York Times, all of these people are paid to lie to you, and then they go and steal our footage. Our footage right now is being used by the government in an indictment. And guess what? They didn't give us credit. They didn't even say our names. And they are using this footage for their own narratives. And we don't get recognized as real media. We get demonetized. Our channel is demonetized. Why? Oh, gee, I wonder why. Because we talk about issues that are a threat to their little narrative. And how do three people of a channel that we have, how do these three people cover something that their reporters couldn't cover? They have to resort to our footage and our work to validate their own narratives because their own people aren't doing the job. That's right, Glory, we're not little bitches. We are not snitches or bitches, and we are here today representing what real media should be. Because if these people were doing their jobs, we wouldn't have to be here. We wouldn't have to stand here, and have this discussion. But we're at a point where, like I said, we're at war, and we have to fight. We have to fight and raise awareness over this issue. There is a good amount of people here, but there needs to be thousands of people in the streets. Thousands of people. We need to stop this idea that Julian is one person. He represents every single one of us. And for all of us and him, we need to fight for his freedom. So free Assange, okay? Fuck the CIA, fuck censorship, fuck the national security state, and fuck the FBI. Thank you very much.
NBC, Fox, I know you heard that shit. Come down here with our check. Use our motherfucking footage. Get your ass down here with our check.
Franco or who else? I asked Franco, he said he didn't want to. So again, thank you to all the speakers. Thank you for everyone that's coming out today. We're going to be marching probably 10-15 minutes. We're going to get the van turned around, get lined up. We're going to head down that way to the CNN building where we're going to pick up with our fuck censorship events. Fuck CNN, fuck Fox News, fuck NBC. Right? These are the people that are creating the issues. Julian once said that we may be better without mainstream media because at that point people wouldn't know the lies.
Brainwash.
So we're going to do a couple chants real quick just so everyone can kind of get on the same page. The first one's easy. It's just free, free Julian Assange. Free, free Julian Assange. Free, free Julian one decision, no extradition. There's only one decision,
No extradition!
no extradition. When free speech is attacked, we fight back. When free speech is attacked, we fight back. When free speech is attacked, we fight back. Thank you guys very much.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I've been kind of hanging out in the chat, but we just started the first part of Free
Oh my god, I love you guys. How are you? Okay, so I have a cameraman who's helping me. His name is Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Craig, Fiorella, Dawn, right? Yeah. And then Dore there. And everybody's uncensored. Everybody's been demonetized. Everybody's banned because they
Hey, great speech, fam.
Oh, thank you, fams.
Just because I'm still live streaming.
Hi, fams. Thanks for tuning in. Please share. This is one of the most important events right now because without free speech, as I said, without the ability to have dissent, we're not going to get healthcare. We're not going to get any of the things we want. This is also challenging the police state. When we're challenging the national security state, they are the people that control the peons at the bottom, which are the police. And if we don't have dissent, we can't have true freedom. Okay, this is fascism. It's encroaching on us, and one of the biggest things that we have to do is wake people up. And if they shut media like us down, these people are going to get all of the attention, and they're going to be able to speak. We're not going to be able to freely challenge the status quo, these state narratives. If we don't have opposition to them, what else do we have? We have no ability to fight. Our arms are tied, our hands are tied. So that's why it's so important, especially if you're a progressive or a leftist. We're never going to get Medicare for all if we don't get this. It's just not going to happen. How are we going to call out the squad? How are we going to call out the Democrats and the Republicans and everybody without this, right? So thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for watching. And we're going to be doing our protest right after. And I already said it in the beginning of the stream. You know, they're using our footage freely. They haven't paid us at all. And we've been demonetized, as you guys know, and they're using our footage, making money. It's like the most important footage right now in this indictment. Via PayPal, we have a PayPal. We also have a Rokfin. You can go on there and leave a tip. But
how do you spell it? The Convo Couch.
Yes, the Convo Couch.
How do we donate to you?
The Convo Couch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And NBC is using your footage illegally?
CNBC, Fox, CNN, all of them. They haven't given us anything. The only organization or news organization that addressed us was the Washington Post and emailed us and asked for permission, and they've also compensated us. But other than that, they're all using it, and it's apparently one of the most important the most important footage right now that's being used all over the world.
So we need the biggest lawyer in America to
that
help out because it's time to sue.
It is time to sue.
Time to sue. United lawsuit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell the camera who we got over here.
We got OG North American neighbor.
Yeah! Sheldon! I know, we gotta find him. Sheldon, thank you for coming. We owe you a shirt.
Awesome.
4 a.m.
Make sure I get your address to the post. I can get you go. Pentagon, fuck censorship, Convo Couch.
Listen, next event when it's warm, I'm pretty good.
Thank you for coming.
Really,
man. Sheldon, thank you.
From our live stream, 30 seconds left, and they started. All right, here's the
Frank, go!
that are right now under indictment.
Frank, go!
New York is a war.
You have.
But again, thanks so much. Absolutely, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
We have yeah, I know. We have like events planned.
I did see some
interviews. Yeah, it's like 2.
So I appreciate just being.
Hey, hold up, buddy. Alright, y'all. Johnny, you got some words you want to say?
Free Julian Assange. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit that he's in jail right now. It really is. You know, you always put me on the spot, Glory. I have to write out my speech before I say it. You know what I'm saying? Going off the top, I can do it with raps, freestyling, but I can't do it with the stories. I don't like to make the false narrative. Facts that I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers stay sleeping on my boy Johnny Streets.
Yeah.
And we ain't gonna have it anymore.
Well, read my articles on the election integrity. They're on Medium. And then I'll explain that to you. I can do that, absolutely. So, thank you.
Everybody! Let's get a picture in front of the truck, please.
Oh, Glory, can you?
Everybody!
The hat. Right
We
there's
do
Andrew.
this because we want to spread the picture, and now they're using it for their own narrative.
I just want y'all to know that I saw some, they were saying that this is just an office building, but there's some people walking in with the cameras over here. So I was just letting you know. Franco!
What's going on, brother?
It's my dog!
So we got
I love this echo, by the way. Hey,
I thought you were going for a high five.
Oh, no, I'm saying
You guys see that? The Convo Couch sees ya. The Convo Couch sees you up there. Execs.
Stealing your shit.
So NBC News again, NBC News, Fox News. There is a Wells Fargo here as well. Of course, the banks and the media are right next to each other, you know?
Yep, of course. I didn't even see them up there. Thanks for putting it up.
Yeah, I didn't see them either until just now. But yeah, I wanted to let y'all know that there were some people walking in with the big cameras, the big like media cameras over here. And I saw them walk into there. So it looks like they do use this office for media stuff here. You know, NBC News out and Fox News. So they're gonna get a picture in front of the van.
Never mind. Picture got postponed.
There's a decent amount of people here.
There's something that they're doing that's wrong. They're not here to tell us what there's
Nice get up, brother.
Sorry?
It's a nice get up.
Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day, favorite holiday of the year, and happy to be here. And Free Julian Assange, happy to stand with that censorship and
Nice, you got the
sage,
sage
you
going.
know, burning out these demonic demons.
$5,000 apiece because you didn't ask for permission. NBC, Fox, thieving bastards. Real journalism over here.
I just gotta say, it is pretty crazy that, you know, a multi-million-dollar company, media companies like NBC News and Fox News and CNN and everybody like them couldn't have people on the ground for the Capitol that day. You know, they have an office here, they have people here. This is DC. It's like one of the most surveillance states, or it's not a state, territories in the country. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have anybody there. I think they had a couple people there, but they weren't able to. You know, we weren't able to live stream because they were messing with it. And it was funny, the next day we came back and we were actually able to live stream on the mall, but we weren't able to on that day because it looks like they were jamming it. You know, that's real. They jam signals over here when shit is happening, so there's no live stream of anything going on, which is crazy. Why are they doing that? What are they trying to hide, you know? So luckily we did film and record some stuff. You can watch that on our channel. If you look up Convo Couch January 6th, Jan 6. If you look up Convo Couch Jan 6, it should pop up. And yeah, you'll see pasta on the cover. And that's all our footage, all on the ground footage there. It's pretty cool. You know, it was a lot of work to be there and pretty sketchy. So here we are.
Still up a little bit coffee and a little bit donuts. So.
Yeah, we got plenty of donuts.
Oh wow, we got motorcycle cops over here. Let me get a zoom in over here. Motorcycle cops. So we got 5 motorcycle cops over there. official staff access. You can see the Capitol building is completely gated off, and there's a cement even wall over there. I don't know if that's cement. It could be cement. And then they're building something over there, which is kind of crazy. But there's the Capitol building, and we're here right down the street. All mainstream medias are really close to the Capitol building and the White House. So again, you can see here NBC News and Fox News about to march down to CNN, where the Fox censorship protest will start too.
I had to bring him on the Johnny. Might be following us.
Yeah, I think they're gonna clear the path or the path behind us or whatever. So yeah.
Are you telling me we're permitted?
Yeah, it is permitted.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Yeah.
We can't afford those like Seattle. Yeah, they're about $1,500 to get us.
Wow.
They want to keep you off the street.
Wow. Did that change recently or no?
Oh no.
We have Roar Media here, guys. Shonda and Amber.
Yay!
Fox Censorship. We're about to go over there.
Yep. Fox Censorship. Yeah, we're gonna go down. We're gonna march down to the CNN building, and we're gonna give them a piece of our mind. We got a few things to say to them.
Julian Assange and then for Fox Censorship. So. Oh, C-SPAN's here too, huh?
Yeah.
I really want to ask them some questions about their little people who get open mic night.
Oh yeah.
Really excited to hear that. Not shocking.
So yeah, C-SPAN's here too. I don't know if you can see that sign.
Where's TYT?
TYT hasn't been on the ground.
Yeah, TYT doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what a high-level diplomat.
Hey, wait a second. Is Majority Report supposed to be pro-free speech?
No, they're not.
How much?
I can't. If I speak.
Oh yeah.
Does Kyle Kowinski know of this event? He seems pretty pro-free Assange. Misty's favorite, David Sirota. I'll see him here.
That's basically crowdfunding Julian's legal defense right now. So, a lot.
Anyway,
I don't know if it's that much, but it's basically all money.
Wait a second.
Where did he get arrested?
He got taken out of the Ecuadorian embassy. Before that, he was just in London.
Wow.
And then he went,
London's ruthless. Can anybody, Mr. Ike, Mr. Rose, can anybody help him in London? And he's got the lawyers, he's got $20, and he's got Pam Anderson, and she's one of the hottest women alive, so he's got his team, and he's got you, and you're dedicated, so that's cool. Okay, so I'm Corinne, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Yeah, and tell me about tomorrow.
tomorrow is at noon at the Department of Justice. It's on the corner of 10th and Pennsylvania. We'll probably have a tent set up. We'll probably try to get some lunch for everybody.
It's going to be raining, right?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, right now. You got to get umbrellas.
We have some. We have like 8 of them.
Okay, and then Ford Fish is amazing. You should do an interview. Oh my God, Ford Fish is on the
Yeah, probably one of the best people that catches on the road.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm so grateful to be here. We're all in this together because I'm censored too on Amazon. Because I stand at boycott Amazon.
Hey, you think we should search for nearby bushes? Maybe we'll see there.
Saturday at 1, and then Saturday at 2 in New York City.
Yeah.
Thank you for traveling around covering this.
Oh my God, my next trip is probably Boise because people feel like they're getting arrested for not wearing a mask. When they have sports parties and they don't want to show up. People are hearing they're getting arrested.
Hey, I need to be on my Jose Mourinho shit if I speak. Someone take this shit away from me.
Probably also because we're here.
Yeah, myself is
he knows
Yeah, someone needs to stop me.
If I see him again, I'm putting my phone in his face.
No, bro, that's my problem. I'm too fired up.
What are we waiting on? Are we waiting on something, Steve? Or?
No.
Truck's turned around. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, Andrew.
Andrew. Oh, is he getting interviewed? Whoops-a-daisy. I should go crash it. I should go crash it. Crash what? His interview. I think he was getting interviewed. Who's interviewed? Who's getting Andrew? He was. Oh, no. I was gonna go crash it.
What?
Nothing. I don't know. I'm taking pictures, so I can't do both. All right, I got you.
Yeah, she's got a lot in common. It's like so it's like yes. I don't think
Hey,
she
Pastor.
knows who she is.
Come here.
Yes, sir.
I got a present for you.
I knew you'd do something like that. You son of a bitch.
Turn around. Where's he at? Steve! Steve! We got him!
Oh, the chicken! Yeah! Is that our live stream going right there? Yeah! Convo Couch. We on Rokfin Live too? Yeah! Y'all call up CNN, call up MSNBC, call up Fox.
Come outside, point a camera.
Yeah, come out with a check too. Y'all need checks to give to the Convo Couch. Fucking stealing our shit.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna line up behind the Free Assange van. We're gonna start heading down North Capitol till G Street, I believe, and then we're gonna be turning right to go in front of the CNN building. So if we could all orderly or disorderly file behind the van, that would be awesome.
Let's do it.
I play orderly. Like if it's something say rather than
Okay, don't get killed. Don't my dad. Don't get hit by a car. Don't get
I would say
Good work, man. You guys are
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
It is a permitted event, so to permit the event, they actually tell the route and everything, where you're going to go, how many people you're going to be there, and what you're going to use as well, microphones and all.
Johnny, you help? You got it.
The place at Half Moon Bay where you could go pick your lamb or your suckling pig and like legit mid-frolic be like, I'll take that one, he's got spirit, you know? Yeah.
I can throw this at you mid-drinking coffee over here.
Okay.
Nah,
Go
just
keep
kidding.
him warm.
He is a CIA asset after all.
Oh, yeah.
Our
CIA
resident
Pete
Fed.
over there. I thought it was
I have
Buttigieg.
more.
Nah, you son of a... Where's the sun?
I hope the cops are watching the stream so they can hear the banter they're waiting for right now. You have a police escort that's waiting on you talking about lamb chops.
What the fuck are they? Really?
All right, fire. Where's that band? Fire him up, eh? Where's he at?
The guy with the megaphone, make with the words.
There's only one decision. No extradition. There's only one decision. No extradition. Free. Free. Julian Assange.
extradition!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! There's only one decision!
No extradition!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! When free speech is attacked,
we fight back!
When free speech is attacked,
we fight back!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
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 Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! Julian Assange is the founder and publisher of WikiLeaks. He started in 175 years to become the internet word of a crime of the United States warrant, releasing classified information for the public good. We cannot allow this time to pass. If we lose our right to expose corruption, we are no longer a free society. There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! There's only one decision!
No extradition!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange! Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
When free speech is attacked!
We fight back!
When free speech is attacked!
We fight back!
Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Yes, sir! Whoop, whoop. Listen up, people of DC!
I mean, who's shut the street down for us? I appreciate it. That's great advertising.
I'm waiting for direction.
I think the cop doesn't realize you're trying to go. I think he's waiting for you.
You want me to tell him?
Hey, Hoss, we're here.
We're ready.
What did he say?
I have no idea. I didn't hear shit.
What's this? Messenger of sympathy and love, servant departed friends, consoler of the lonely, bond of the scattered family and larger of common life.
There's only one decision! No extradition! There's only one decision! No extradition! Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Hey, are y'all on break?
perfect.
The fact that we have to get a permit for a protest with the escort.
Where are we going, by the way?
Straight. Okay. And then we're going to turn right on G Street.
There's only one decision. No extradition. There's only one decision. No extradition. Free. Free. Julian Assange. Free. Free. Julian Assange. When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like. Free, free, Julian Assange. Free, free, Julian Assange. There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free, free, Julian Assange. Free, free, Julian Assange. When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
fuck censorship!
Fuck censorship!
Fuck censorship!
Fuck censorship!
Fuck censorship!
Fuck censorship!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free, free, Julian Assange. Free, free, Julian Assange. There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free, free,
Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
what was the decision?
No extradition!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition! Julian Assange! Free! Julian Assange! No extradition! No extradition! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
What do we want? Free Assange. When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision. extradition!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free, free, Julian Assange. Free, Julian Assange. When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
what do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free, free, Julian Assange. Free, Julian Assange. So we're coming up to CNN here on the left-hand side. It's the circling glass building after this bridge. Just to avoid conflict, please stand on the sidewalk. There's security guards. What? Stand on the sidewalk. Or on the road. There's only one decision. No extradition. There's only one decision. No extradition. Free, Julian Assange. Free, Julian Assange. What was the decision?
No extradition!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free,
Julian Assange! Free! Julian
Assange. When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
They covered up the sign.
Yes, I agree, Mickey.
Did they cover the sign?
It looks like there's
Stop vandalism. They covered this?
I love how CNN is so cognizant of the fact that people hate them that they had to cover up their sign like a bunch of fucking punk asses, afraid that someone would write shit on it. They're afraid that someone would vandalize it. We see you, CNN.
But yes, we do have certain.
Hey, yo!
When I say fuck, you say censorship.
Fuck! Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
We want to thank you all for coming out here today. I think these two rallies are tied together. What's happening to Julian is just a ripple effect what's happening to independent media. To force a stop. That's why they created the media. To hold the government accountable. And right now all they're doing is censoring us, demonetizing us, taking us down. For what? Showing you guys the truth. I see my man Ford is out here today. Doesn't even do commentary. Just shows what's going on the street, and they shut his whole fucking channel down. Why? Suspended for 1 week. All right, now we know that. Sorry.
Close enough.
We got wrong information. They still censored him. They've done it more than once. They've done it to us more than once. We got our man over here, Franco. Frank Analysis. Same thing. Shut the truth talkers down. Don't let them speak. Why? So they control the narrative. So they can drop bombs. So they can manufacture consent. So we got together today to come here and tell these people, fuck censorship and fuck you too. We're never gonna shut up, because once they take our voice, then they take our guns, then we are done. I normally don't say that shit, but I'm gonna say it now because it's DEFCON 27. So thank you all for coming out here today. We're gonna have a couple people speak a couple more things. We're gonna let these people know that they will not silence us, they will not shut us up. We will always raise up our voices, and eventually we will beat back this fucking censorship. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Because they want you to believe it's all about you. Hate your neighbor. This ain't about Boogaloo Boys and Antifa, Black Lives Matter, Proud Boys, none of that shit. It's about the government doing what they do, keeping us pitted at each other's throats so they can run off with all the money, so they can have resource extraction over here, over there, so they can drop bombs. And when we speak up, people like Vanessa Beeley in Syria, what do? They shut them down. They shut you up. So ladies and gentlemen, don't let them take our voice. Let's push back. Let's speak back. Let's yell and scream from the top of our lungs until we get back our voice. Because without our voice, we are nothing. When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck! Censorship! Fuck! Censorship! When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck! Censorship! Fuck! Censorship! All right. Let's get some speakers over here. Steve. Mid-Frolic. I think it's time for you to come on up. Another truth teller over here. Always speaking his voice. Dropping truth bombs. Let's give it up for Slow Newsday. Steve!
Fuck censorship!
Fuck censorship!
That's my boy!
There are people that we're all standing here. We've all been subjected to big tech, to the marriage between big tech and the government. I am sick and fucking tired of the argument for when people get demonetized, the platform, get their livelihoods taken away, that, oh, it's a private company.
We live?
Don't make her go home!
We here? We're here? Okay.
Oh, Mr. CEO, Scoop Gang!
That's CNN back there. You can't see their sign. That was CNN sign. It looks better now.
Yeah! Woo! Hair first.
I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing the argument that it's a private corporation. When people get deplatformed, no, it is fucking not. There is zero daylight between tech companies and the government, between CNN and the government. CNN, by the way, employs more members of the National Security Agency than any other major media outlet. CNN is responsible for pushing more national security state narratives than any other media outlet in this country. CNN is a garbage factory of public relations for the oligarchs who then dictate their agendas to Congress. We don't have elected officials. We have the public relations firm for the oligarchy.
Right?
They have messengers. errand boys, lackeys in that building. They don't have journalists. The reason they don't have journalists is because they can't produce journalism. They have to steal it.
They suck!
When CNN needs footage, they look at Mr. Fisher's channel right there. They look at the Convo Couch's channel right there because CNN is too lazy or too scared or too stupid to walk out their door and film what's going on.
Yup!
CNN would rather steal. CNN is a garbage media outlet.
You little bitches!
Anderson Cooper, wake up!
Oh, Coop? We can talk about Coop for a minute. The Vanderbilt heir? Yeah, that guy, the CIA intern, who has the amount of pancake makeup Anderson Cooper has to apply on his face in order to keep it from cracking every time he falls victim under the weight of his own bullshit lie is getting so thick that he's going to bump into the camera any second now.
We stand up for him, LGBTQB forever. Anderson Cooper, stand up for us.
Anderson Cooper needs to see a check before he'll stand up.
Shouldn't be about money, Anderson. You have enough.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
No, you don't have to. I'll protect you.
Look.
That's my dog, Steve!
Thank you, Glory John. I would like to introduce a fellow member of the MCSE network, content creator who's been subjected to censorship, to demonetization, to a bunch of bullshit, and now to a series of ridiculous smears and attacks. I'm proud to call this man a friend.
Yeah!
Franco, get the fuck up here. Franco!
Point that wherever you want the sound to go and talk into that.
Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say CNN, you say trash! CNN!
Trash!
CNN!
Trash!
CNN!
Trash!
I was motivated by truth tellers like Pasta, like Steve Poikinen, like Fiorella, like Niko House is not here.
Miss you, Niko! We love you, Niko!
I was motivated by Misty, by Glory to step up, to tell the truth. And I was monetized for what? Like just less than 2 months. Less than 2 months and I got demonetized. It's an uphill battle for anybody who wants to tell the truth online. Mainstream media is definitely not going to do it. And in the popular independent media, quote unquote independent media, they're not really independent. Some of them are corporate news like TYT, The Hills the Rising. Well, they don't really call themselves independent, but you get it. A lot of progressives like to watch them. They're not going to tell you the truth, the full truth. We're going to do deep dives though in the MCSE network. We're not afraid, we're fearless. And that's why YouTube targeted us first. They targeted Frank Analysis, they targeted the Convo Couch, they targeted Fort Fisher, which he just does on the ground footage. He doesn't do commentary. But what's going on the ground exposes truth. And they don't want, the mainstream media doesn't want you to see that. They want people divided. They want people to be arguing about cultural stuff that's going on. They keep people ignorant about foreign policy. Shout out to the Gray Zone, shout out to Richard Medhurst, Robert England, everybody who's talking about what's happening in other countries, what the US is doing. Shout out to the last American Vagabond. All these truth tellers that YouTube targets first. Not only YouTube, but now Patreon is doing that.
Yeah.
Like we have to rely on people giving us money, and now Patreon is starting to target us. They're targeting Whitney Webb. They're targeting James Corbin.
We love you, Whitney!
Of course, we have to talk about Julian Assange. If we don't stand up for Julian Assange, then what do we do? We're not standing up for ourselves. So once again, fuck
censorship!
Fuck
censorship!
CNN is
trash!
Thank you guys so much for coming out. I love you all.
People are asking us why we're out here today. And I tell them, because our lives begin to end the day that we stop speaking about things that matter. That was Martin Luther King. I don't think I said it right, but close to it. That's what he said. And we got independent journalists from all around the country, including our friends from Seattle. Let's give it up for our friends from Roar Media. And the accidental activist is not here by accident. Give it up. When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck. Censorship. Fuck. Censorship.
Okay, so. Thanks for the welcome, you guys. I'm so honored to be here with every single one of you. Every one of you is doing the work being here. And so I thank you. You know, normally I just go off the cusp, especially with our live show. Did it back?
Yeah, hold on.
Broke it in.
Try it now.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Here.
Batteries.
I've broken already. We got a spare.
He just probably can't figure it out.
I just can't figure it out. I'm a boomer. Try it again.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Woo! Mic check, mic check. Woo! There we go. Okay, so I was just gonna go off the cusp, and you know, I sleep with my earbuds in, listening to all of you guys every night. Just, you know, I fall asleep to every one of you and the information that you're putting out there. And I woke up with Chris Hedges in my earbuds first thing about 5 o'clock this morning, and he said some very pertinent things that I just want to remind us of, because I know every one of us here knows it. Why do they censor us? Why do they shut our channels down? Why do they demonetize us? Because they fear us. They're terrified of us. Because they know it only takes 3% of this population to wake up and they're done. We come together, we truly enact our power over them. And that's what we're doing here today. They fear us because we have the righteous truth on our side. We have to non-violently overthrow the corporate state, including mainstream media.
Non-violent.
Non-violent. If that means dragging your asses out to the streets, that's what you do. If that means getting across the country, that's what you do. Our future depends on it. So, peacefully say, fuck you, fuck CNN, fuck censorship. Only in our act of rebellion can we truly fight for our kids, for the fight for their future. If we lose this fight, we know we will be the end, not just for us, but for all of humanity. Thank you for coming, everyone here today. Thank you so much.
Give it up for the accidental activist! When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck! Censorship! Fuck! Censorship! When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck! Censorship! Fuck! Censorship! Let's give it up for Misty. Misty, you need to speak on this. You know her words. Putin's ex-girlfriend is here to come say a couple words. Give it up for Misty!
So you guys know I hate public speaking.
Get in there, Mindy!
Shut the fuck up, please. So this is my hype woman, Corey Jones. She's helping me out because I hate this shit. Pasta asked me to speak, and I was like, I suck at that, but yeah, fuck censorship. So here I am. See, this is why I hate this shit. Sorry, I'm also really tired. So yeah, Pasta asked me to come and speak, and I hate this shit, but I knew I had to do it because, you know, this is, I'm not, but it's important. So here I am rambling, and making a fool of myself as usual, but this shit is too important. And that's why I'm so glad that Convo Couch decided to organize their own event with us in coordination, because these two things are very much intertwined. And it starts with Julian Assange. If we do not get Julian Assange, you know, freed, it's really bad news for all of us. This impacts literally every other thing that we fucking face. If you want to fight for healthcare, if you want to fight for green energy, if you want to fight for education, it doesn't fucking matter. You cannot do that unless you have the ability to disseminate factual information and have conversations with people so that you can change minds. And that's what makes this so important. And we cannot stop. Like, this is a great turnout. We have to keep bringing people in. We have to keep inspiring people and making people understand how important this is, because this really is go time. This is a kind of one of those turning points in history where if we don't get this right, we're going down a very bad path. So thank you guys seriously for coming out here. I know it's tough for everybody right now with all the bullshit going on. So thanks for coming. Thanks to every single independent media person who's here covering this. You guys are the real heroes. You know, it's sad when we can't get independent media to cover or boost our events. What the fuck is that about, y'all? These are people who are getting censored and they can't be bothered to speak out against censorship. So yeah, fuck them too. But yeah, I just want to say, fuck CNN, fuck Fox News, fuck MSNBC, fuck the Washington Post, fuck the New York Times, all of them. They are propagandists, mouthpieces for power, and we have to be even louder. They have all the money, we have all the noise, so we have to get louder. So thanks for being here, everybody. You guys fucking rock. And one more time, fuck censorship!
Give it up for Misty! So the First Amendment doesn't protect speech we like. It protects speech we don't like. And I'm not going to allow these people over here in the mainstream media to pit each other against each other, one of us against each other. It's us versus them. This isn't about left versus right. This is a verse top versus bottom. And it's up to us to get our voices out there and be heard. And I want to introduce somebody real quick. Old school from the streets over here. Let's give it up. Another representative of Roar Media. Medicare for All advocate, Ember.
Hello everyone, how are we doing here? So I have a question for you. Are there any indigenous people in front of me right now? Would anybody like to come give a land acknowledgement? If you don't want to, that's okay. I'm happy to do it, but if somebody's out here, I would like to give you the opportunity to do that before I speak, because I think that's very important. So, final chances, coming up. All right, I'm probably going to butcher these names. I will do my best. I would like to first acknowledge that we are on stolen land, the land of the Anacostas, Tustasquay, Patunki, and Natachewak. I wish to express my deepest respect for the gratitude toward these original current caretakers and healers of the region in support of your tribal land and sovereignty and inclusion. We pledge our relationship will consist of mutual trust, respect, solidarity, and reciprocity. We acknowledge that the disposition of indigenous lands was often taken by coercive and violent acts, the disregard of treaties, and for that we extend our deepest gratitude to the native peoples of this region and beyond. Please bring our missing indigenous women and children home. Please do your job, CNN, and fucking report on it. It's way past time. And to all the people who are out there fighting against pipelines, against fighting the nuclear fucking bullshit that is happening right next door at the Federal Emergency Energy Commission. They are full of shit. And if you haven't seen Vault 7 and read what's happening in our nuclear fucking atrocities around the world, have got to stop. It's far beyond time. So, I only come to DC when it's time to protest, and that means people aren't doing their fucking jobs, and I'm sick of it. I had to leave my family, my children, and travel 2,000 miles to come here and tell people that you need to do your job. You were not given the privilege to speak on our televisions as fucking censoring everything. You have been bought out. You are next door to Premier Blue Cross. You don't fucking care first. I'm wearing this red beret because we're in the middle of a pandemic, and you don't fucking care first because you've been bought out. You're bought out by their fucking ad money. They probably have an underground goddamn tunnel to just funnel it over for the next ad, for the next medication that they all want you on, so that we don't have the balls to get up here and say what's right. And it's beyond time for that. And so when we want to speak the truth and say fuck censorship, we mean it. When we say free Julian Assange, we fucking mean it, because that's what it means for our children. That's what it means for the future of this country that is supposedly free. And we are not free. We are a failed nation. corporate bullshit is what's gotten us here. We have been doing this for too long, and the game is up. The Band-Aid is being pulled off. We're not paying for it anymore, and we're not going to sit here and idly watch. We're done. So it's time to support independent media, and it's time to do some real investigative journalism, and not throw the people who do in fucking prison. Yeah! What do we want? What do we want it? Yeah! You know, I walked around, I was a little bit of a tourist yesterday. I don't ever get to do that. And I walked around, and I saw... Thanks, Sasha. That's right. Censorship, live time, it happens. You know, I got a quote I wanted to read. It's called, "I was born to hustle roses down the avenues of the dead." Anybody know who that is? Bukowski. And when I walked around those dead fucking memorials and dead people's names and the things that they fought for, we are the only people out here fighting for it right now. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Seriously, did your parents not teach you that you can do anything that you wanted when the reality was to be put in a fucking corporate digital jail? Because every one of your children is being monetized. Every opportunity for their future is being tracked from infancy. There are babies on the goddamn blockchain. And if we're going to fight for Medicare for all, or any other issue, or a living wage, or canceling student debt, you better be ready to fucking fight for it and not accept what these two behind me here are conspiring for. Because that is not freedom. And we are not going to sit idly by and consent. It's over. We're done. You know, FDR said courage is not the absence of fear, but the assessment that something else is more important than fear. The liberty of a democracy is not safe if private power to a point where it becomes stronger than the democratic state itself. This is fascism, and it is happening all across this country and everywhere we fucking stand. In the millions of bases around the world where America thinks we know better. No, we're just there to take their fucking money, their resources, and screw them over. So that 1% of the population can take all they can. And we're done. So, thank you for being here, you guys. Please stand up for freedom. Please free Julian Assange. If he goes down, this is all of us. We are all Julian Assange.
That's right. Give it up. I think we should do your job. Do your job. Do your job. Do your job.
Do your job.
Do your job.
Do your job. Do your job.
If we don't believe in freedom of speech for people we despise, then we don't believe in freedom of speech at all. And this next person coming up, we got so much shit for putting him on our show, talking to him, talking to people who think differently than us. And we're going to continue to do that. I want to bring up a person I consider a friend right now. Look at him, man. Magnus!
Hey everybody, never thought I'd end up being here. It's kind of crazy to me that I started in activism around 2012 with Anonymous and for Julian Assange. And for so long, I thought the fight behind all of it was dead. I never knew any of the people here. I never met any of them. And that kind of goes to show the level of censorship that these corporations will put on, that they'll hide each other from us, that we won't ever be able to meet. They'll depress our posts, they'll hide our videos, so we don't organize, so we don't get in the streets. So people like me never meet any of you. And that's insane that people don't realize how deep this goes, how even a random post you put on your Twitter will be buried just so you don't meet someone who agrees with you, just so you don't realize how much in common you have with each other. They bury all of that. And CNN and all of these places, they've lied to almost everyone. I've gone to so many events over the last couple of weeks and been with people that I was told that would hate me, that would kill me, that would never speak to me, that they were evil, that they were bad, that I should never trust them. And I went and saw for myself. And that's more than anything what I want for people is stop listening to these people, stop learning from social media, and go out and talk face to face. Go meet people in person, human to human, and talk, and I guarantee you'll have more in common. And that's what they fear more than anything. That's why they censor us. They don't want this to happen. They don't want marches in the streets. They want people on Twitter screaming at each other. They want people watching Fox or CNN and thinking everyone hates them. They don't want the love that I see here, the love that I've received from these people. And this is what it's all about. And I hope I see it grow. I hope I see next year, next event, twice as many people, 3 times as many people. I think the country's waking up to what's going on. I think what's happening to Assange, what's happening to several people all across the world, is kind of starting to click with people. And I hope to see that more. Thank you.
Love you, brother. The only valid censorship is the right just to not listen. That's it. It's not up for the government or the mainstream media that owe us a check to tell us what is right or wrong. That's up for you to decide. And I want to bring up another guy, one of the starters, co-founders of Action for Assange. I love this guy. Let's give it up for Andrew, everybody.
So again, thank you to everybody for turning out. This is absolutely incredible. Big shout out to Pasta, Fee, Johnny, Steve, Glory, Misty, Niko, and all the rest of the MCSC crew. Franco, sorry. These people are the real motherfuckers. These are the people that are willing to put their bodies, their names, and their lives on the line to get information out. These are people that have had their windows smashed open, that have breathed the tear gas of protesters while they have a press badge on. They've been kettled, they've been hurted, they've been beat. And they are here today because it is not over. There will not be a moment when the fight ends. There will be lulls, but we need to keep growing. This fight against censorship isn't about the left. It's not about the right. It's about our right to know what the hell is happening. Right now we have media organizations, Twitter, Facebook, CNN, Fox, all working in conjunction with intelligence communities to suppress accurate information. We cannot allow this to happen, and I am so fucking overjoyed that everyone turned out for this. Because this is just the beginning. We're not gonna stop. Last time we were outside of CNN with about 7 or 8 people. This time there's almost 50 of us. Next time, maybe we'll be over 100. This is what we need to do, and this is how we grow. So I just want to say to everyone that helped put this together, the people that constantly get smear articles and videos ran about them, don't stop. Because when you take the most flack, it means you are over the target. So you are doing exactly what they don't want you to do, which is exactly what we need to do right now. So again, thank you, everyone.
You should kiss my cheek. I'm 66%. 66%.
They don't hear you, Pasta. Can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Just yell it.
What's that?
Just scream it.
Here. Here. Where's the other megaphone?
What'd you do, Andrew? Bring it.
Where's the other megaphone? Where's our other megaphone? We put it down here.
It's in the cart over there.
Can I have that real quick?
Okay, we're back.
You got it? Yeah, we're back.
It's old, it's like
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
Really quickly, I want to bring up somebody I love dearly. One of the partners of the Convo Couch. One of... Yeah. It's the other black.
Fuck you, come in! Yeah. We need a good one for this intro.
What up? Motherfucker. It is hard.
Put it on top.
Oh. Hello? Here we go. Okay, so I want to bring up a third partner, this guy. He's my brother, and he wants to just... Give me my megaphone! Give us my shit!
We got squirrels, everyone. Hold tight. Say hi to our crowd here.
Okay.
No, not yet. Working on it.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
3 times the charm. When I say fuck, You say censorship, fuck! Censorship! Fuck! Censorship! So I want to bring up one of the partners of the Convo Couch. It's going to be one of his first time talking, but we love him dearly. He's the straw that stirs the drink of the Convo Couch. He does so much. I love him. My brother. Jonny Tsunami! Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Shout out to Glory Jones for being really loud and amazing. All right, so I just want to clarify, why are we here at CNN? And it's really funny that they covered up their sign. We don't know if that's just for this event or if it was before for, January 6th, but it's been a couple months, so you'd think they would have taken it down already. So CNN, they're basically propaganda, right? They have CIA employed there, former CIA officials, all these people there employed. So, as part of the fuck censorship, the main culprit of the censoring is Google, YouTube, Alphabet, right? And we're gonna get there eventually. CNN, they're a publisher, right? So they can edit whatever, they can censor whatever, they can do whatever. Their articles, their stenographers' writings. But Google, they're a platform, and they're acting as a publisher. And I just want to make that stark difference here today, that CNN, they're propaganda, and that YouTube, when they censor us, they push outlets like CNN, mainstream media, MSNBC, Fox News, C-SPAN, So this is one of the propagandas that they push in front of independent media, like the Convo Couch, like Slow News Day, like Action for Assange, like Frank Analysis, like MCSE Network, like Niko House, and everybody else. So I just want to thank you all so much. Fuck CNN. Fuck wars. I just want to put, we're all anti-war. We're all pretty much anti-war here, so this is pretty interesting. And we're against censorship, and free Julian Assange, man. Thank you, everybody. Give it up for Jonny Tsunami. I love it when the young people come out. Another young person over here could be at home playing Xbox, but instead she's out here speaking against the oligarchs. Let's give it up, Glory motherfucking Jones!
So I don't know if you guys know this, but Pasta's a civil liberties guy. So hey bro, CNN, you're a trash-ass fucking network, dog. And so is Fox, we were just back there too, so is NBC, so is all of corporate media, really. And listen, it's not like you need to read the government's own documents in Operation Mockingbird to find out that they're a complete asset of the security state. You just need to see what cowards there are in their coverage. They can't even say Julian Assange's name. They won't cover Chelsea Manning. They won't cover David McBride's case. They won't draw attention to Anonymous, but the Anons will make that happen themselves. I'll tell you that. Expect us. I mean, listen, it's just every day, it's shocking the cowardice of these people, of these tools of the security state. You come to expect it, but it still shocks me. Shocks me that we have to deal with all this bullshit just for telling the truth. Fort Fisher, where he at? Fort barely talks on his streams. He just films shit. And look what he's going through. Franco, breaking out of his shell, getting demonetized instantly. Convo Couch, fucking saving my ass at protests. Literally putting their lives on the line. And they get their little burning van just lit up.
Bernie van!
Yeah! Seattle people Bernie van! Misty! Dealing with all kinds of fucking harassment from these goddamn gatekeepers every day! There's another person here. Yeah. No. My boy Steve! Look at all the shit that he has to go through when they fucking with his flights here and there. We can't even mention Klaus Schwab, the Great Reset, COVID-19. We can't say any of that shit without getting called fucking QAnon. That shit's a psyop. And yet we get those context warnings on our
breathing fresher air with the knowledge that we stopped fascism. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah. Woo.
It's so insane to think that this is where we are in our stages of propaganda. In our stage of the Mickey Mac complex expansion, because it used to be just the MIC, now it's the damn Mickey Mac. Now it's the whole ass fucking national security state working as all in one to oppress us all. And people can't wake up and see that shit, because you got fucking narrative managers like CNN, like MSNBC, like Fox, like The Hill, like the people in the allegedly independent media like fucking TYT and Sam Cedar and all these punk asses carrying water for them. What the fuck are you hoping to accomplish with your gatekeeping? Oh, okay, I see. Who's writing his checks? Katzenberg? Y'all some punk asses, and I can't believe it's gotten to this point where people can't even speak up about this shit. Cause I'm tired, and I'm only 20.
Oh my god.
I ain't even been in this game for that long, and I'm fucking tired. Wow. Imagine how the dude standing next to me feels. It's insane that this is what we have to go through. And that's why we have to band together. We have to make a post-partisan push. We really have to, or else we won't get the numbers we need. But listen, I got the blessings, and we got the blessings of the one and only Reverend Annie Chambers.
Yeah.
So, because of that, I'll try and end this on a positive note, because ain't nobody doing it like us. Really. Like CNN? I bet you none of CNN's viewers are smarter than Anthony Reyes, than Mona Carmona, than propaganda, than all the people in our chat. I love y'all so much. Hey, guess what? CNN, Fox, Google, how many of y'all bitch asses got one of the best fucking programmers in the nation? It's Sleepy Josh. Y'all ain't got that shit. How many of y'all got the fucking anons doing hashtag we are all Assange tweet started for you? How many people? You don't have it like this. You don't have this coalition with other people. This is only a start. This is a start to secure our agency. It really is. And even though it might not look like a lot, it's got more heart than all of these corporate fucks combined. Listen, I know the Empire never ever wants to win a war. They only want to cause chaos. But one of the other reasons why they could never be countries like Vietnam, like Syria, like Iran, like Cuba, who to this day is suffering from sanctions and still sending out doctors to the rest of the world. They got Cuba. Hasta siempre, my brothers in Cuba, my brothers and sisters in Cuba, I love y'all. Sending international solidarity, because that's how it starts. And this day of action is just an amazing thing. It really is. You can't find this shit anywhere else, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. I really am. Love you! And fuck
Glory, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, I know we mentioned a lot of names out here, people we know and stuff like that, but it often makes me think about the time when we got started in this whole thing. And I see a couple people we don't realize, we don't recognize you, my man. Thank you so much for being here. Corinne Forever, IRL, out here. Who's that?
Those are journalists.
Oh, real journalist. Real journalist over there. Please have a good time there, right? But that's what it's all about. Who else? I saw my man with the Atlanta Braves hat. What's the name of your outfit? News Dive. News Dive. And I want to thank you guys for coming out here. Sam! I want to thank you guys for coming out here, because I remember when we first started getting out there, nobody knew our name. What's that, my man, Pete? I'll get you a piece of it. You got it right now. I'm going to hook you up. I got you. I know, dog. I ain't going to let you go without speaking. It's only the 4th time I've asked her name, right? And stuff like that. That name I block out of my head. I don't know what it is. No, I did not.
We love Craig!
Thank you. See, cover up. There goes IRL for us over there covering up and stuff like that. But that's what it's all about. I remember when we first got started. It's citizen journalists. That's it. You grab a camera, you grab a microphone, you get out there and you document what happens. Because what this shit is behind us, that ain't news. That's fucking propaganda. Fucking propaganda to manufacture consent for war, for control. That's what it's about. So thank you to the smaller outlets that are joining us today. First time recognizing you. I hope we see you for the next rally. Come on out. And I also want to give the microphone right now. I got 2 people, then we're going to finish up with the 3rd. Jordan's going to come over here and say words. Give us some words. Give some round of applause for Jordan. Give it up for Jordan. Make it louder.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
I put a curse. Jeff Warren, your sex is sucking to you.
Hello. Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing? All right. So I wasn't sure whether to come up here or not. But everyone just kept talking about war. I have this song that I wrote about a year ago, back when everything was popping off with Iran, and I've been an educator for a while, and I tend to teach in a way that helps students self-motivate, figure out like why. I want them to figure out what they need to do for themselves, because I believe everyone has like a special, unique quality, and everyone also just wants their freedom. I tell them, yeah, do these 12 years here. I'm working with you so that when you get out, you can do whatever you want. Like, I'm just here to teach you math, okay? Learn how to help you do your money and help you learn how to communicate your thoughts and your feelings. And I started crying one day and writing this because I was just like, the way that this country operates itself, we are just completely fodder. And we don't teach the kids to learn like what is actually necessary. I've actually talked to multiple people today being like, how would we know about these foreign and domestic issues, or how to like get through this pandemic without just being completely left on the streets, when all I know is that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Turns out that's not even true. All I know is that and about George Washington, and apparently he's not even the first president of the United States. I'm learning that. I have a Googleable degree in public policy. Most of the stuff I learned on my own, because most of those teachers are just teaching me how to accept that nothing can ever change. That was my degree. And ironically, I learned education policy. So being right here in the U.S. Department of Education, I thought, oh, that was good. But no, I don't want to be any part of that. That's why I went into teaching, so I can know who I'm affecting and not just making decisions that just mess up everyone else's lives. So I say that. Feel free to sing along. It's to the tune of you'll hear it. You might recognize it. I don't know why I can't think of it. I've repurposed the gospel song. I've repurposed it. But it's called What Do We Teach? The lyrics are, what do we teach so they can face tomorrow? What do we teach so war is gone? Because I know they're asking me every day, is my life worth the living just to die in vain? And that last question, that's what I see in their eyes when I'm teaching them. They're like, why are you teaching me? What does this even matter? And I want to give them a real answer that doesn't get me fired. But I want to tell them that we live because it is a beautiful experience to be a human being, to learn knowledge and to share that with others. And so I'm so glad to be here. with everyone. I've looked up to so many of you, like the Convo Couch, Slow News Day, anyone in part of the MCSC network, like really, truly. And with Action for Assange, it's great to meet you all today. So I'm just gonna get with it, sing a couple of times, that's it. All right.
Come on, let's give it up!
All right. What do we teach so they can face tomorrow? What do we teach so war is gone? Because I know they're asking me every day, is my life worth the living just to die in vain? So you want to sing along? Hallelujah. What do we teach so they can face tomorrow? What do we teach so war is gone? Because I know they're asking me every day, is my life worth the living just to die in vain? I'll say it one more time. Is my life worth the living just to die in vain? Stand up. Thank you.
Yes, Jordan! Thank you. Beautiful.
Give it up for Jordan one more time. That's beautiful. We also got a song we're going to play later too from some activists back in California that wrote a fuck censorship song. So we're going to play that to the end. But I remember the last time I came out to DC, we were here for the Action for Assange Vigil, and part of the Department of Justice. A gentleman finished up. He came over here. He was just shaking. He was about to cry. He was just speaking his words. And he came out today to support us again, so we're going to give him the microphone. We're going to give him a chance to speak. Come on out here, peace hooking for Julian.
It's hard to not get choked up when I think of Julian. I really can't. It's hard for me not to get choked up when I think of Julian. I mean, this whole movement, I cry all the time. I'm sorry. I just feel for that man. I really do. So, my job today, I thought I got two goals. One is to make him laugh and smile. If I made that man smile one time in my life, I've did all I need to do. And so, I brought out these balloons and write "fuck you" or something on them. I got a bunch of balloons, and we're gonna take. I got badminton rackets, and we're gonna hit them. And so I'll hand these out. I got 5 of them, whatever. Let's write stuff on the balloons. I got about 20 balloons. We'll get the place lit up a little bit with balloons and have fun. And two other things. So I'm starting a badminton league, and you guys are the finest people I've found. I swear, I'm going all over the internet. I'm on the internet all the time. I've been Alex Jones for 20 years. But you guys are great. This is such a great movement. It really is. And so you're a team, and you're a badminton team. I'll put it online at Peace Hook, and you can play with other people and say, hey, come play and learn about Julian Assange and take them out and play. And you'll be playing against other teams. Like I'm starting a team. Her name is Ashley Babbitt, the girl that was shot at the Capitol. That's a team. McAfee's a team. Alex Jones is a team. And we're going to start playing teams against each other. We got to make some noise. Maybe this will make a little noise. But today, let's try to make, if Julian Assange, I'm sure he might see somebody's video, and he'll look out and he'll smile. I'm sure if he sees us doing this, it might put a smile on his face, and that might make him live one more day, because we got to have him hang on. He's been in there too long, and he's got to hang on. He's got to come out. We got to see that smile on his face, and then getting to his children, his wife and his mother and his father, and he's got to be free. So we got to do all we can to get this man free. Okay, that's all I got to say.
Blow up some balloons, and when we're done, we'll finish up.
I'm not blowing up on balloons.
All right, just go. We'll catch you over there after, so definitely stop. So we're going to finish up our last speaker today. You know, I just want to say thank you all for coming out here. Like I said, this is just a rock going in the water, and the ripple's going to continue to go and get bigger and get bigger and get bigger. Believe you me, y'all are just ahead of the game, and I can't thank you enough. I love you all for coming out here. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm going to finish up one of the last quotes that I love to hear. It was by Jackie Robinson, one of my heroes. He said, "A life is insignificant unless it has special impact on others." And y'all are just making an impact every day when you get online, when you share this stuff, when you talk your truth. So thank you. And I want to bring up my partner who's inspired me so much. When we started this whole thing, we didn't know what the hell was going on. We just wanted to get out there with a microphone and a camera and speak our truth. We wanted to elevate the little person. You know, the candidates that didn't get enough voice at times, or the activists in the streets, and what this has turned into, and by all your support. I can't thank you enough for my new life right now, because I was hustling around in a fucking restaurant, making sure everybody got Diet Cokes and whatever and shit. And now I get to, when I leave this planet, know that I've made an impact, and you guys have told us that every day. And I just want to bring up my partner who's inspired me so much. I love you too. I'm making vegan meatballs later. Guys, give it up. Fiorella, she's coming up.
Hello? Am I doing this? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. Guys, once again, thank you all for being here. I know you flew, drove, took a train, whatever it is. Everybody has said amazing things today. Jordan, that song was phenomenal. Once again, give her a round of applause, everybody. That was really touching. Look, I gotta say that conspiracy theorist is a word invented by the CIA, okay? We have been called that. We have been called numerous things. A lot of you here have been called that for simply reporting the truth. Malcolm X warned us a long time ago. He warned us that if we weren't careful, the newspapers would have us hating the truth tellers and supporting the oppressors, right? He basically indicated what would happen. Julian Assange predicted what would happen. And the reality is, we stand here today because our government has failed us. The government isn't by and for the people. And who knows if it ever was. We can talk about the beginning of this country and have many regrets. But we are here today because we, as independent media, are the real media. We are challenging the status quo. We are challenging the national security state. We are challenging every single entity that has been led to trick you, to lead you to a road of complete and total lies. These paid propagandists, these paid stenographers are making money off of lying to the American people. And the vast majority of Americans don't see anything wrong with that, or if they do, they are too encompassed and too surrounded by capitalism and by this whole system that keeps them enabled, working day in and day out. They can't even look up, they can't even see what's happening because they're too busy working 5 jobs, or in this case right now, they're jobless. They don't have health care, they don't have a living wage. The people, the progressives that we elected to represent us,
activism has slid in. The moment Joe Biden came in, Twitter started censoring people, taking people down. YouTube started censoring us, labeling us as QAnon, saying the election has been called before it was called. You cannot question the election. You cannot question COVID. You cannot question anything that is a little bit controversial, because otherwise you are a conspiracy theorist, you are a Russian asset. McCarthyism is back, okay? It is the same type of destructive, bullshit, blasphemous information that happened years and years ago. And we're living it again today. I had the pleasure of talking to Reverend Annie Chambers. Woo! A living Black Panther. She told us, Pasta and I, that we should never stop talking to people we disagree with. Right? Pasta, I don't know if you guys know this, is a civil liberties guy. I consider myself pretty far left, okay? That doesn't mean I don't talk to people that think differently. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna sit here and generalize that every single Trump supporter is a bad person, that every single Biden supporter is a bad person, okay? People are just misinformed because they don't have access to this information. Imagine if we were to play our shows, every single one of the independent media that's here, if we were able to play the information with the same access that these fuckers have, how different would the world be? How unbrainwashed would everybody be? Imagine that world. We have a possibility of having that, but right now, all of that is in peril. Every single thing we want, a living wage, healthcare, an ability to completely oppose the war crimes committed in our name, all of that is under peril if we don't have free speech, if we don't have the ability to have dissent. What's the point of living, as Jordan said, if we're not going to fight for something we believe in? For our purpose. I think my purpose in this world is to educate, is to make people aware of the truth. And those people that are doing that are the real threat. And we have to unite and stand together, because this battle, this war we're in, this fight is not a left-right paradigm, but a top-down paradigm. We are the many, they are the few. I know you guys have heard this before, but really, we are walking the walk today, every single one of you. Because it's one thing to say it on Twitter, it's one thing for people like the squad to go and tweet at Republicans and talk about healthcare and this and that, when they're actually not fighting for it in the streets, when they're not putting their bodies on the line, that doesn't matter. It's time for us to put our bodies on the line. It's time for us to take to the streets. Electoral politics isn't solving this. We're not going to vote our way out of this. Look around you. There is that marriage that many of you have talked about between big tech, our government, the corporate interests, the military-industrial complex. There's a lot of us, and they know that. They know that people are waking up. And right now, we are the largest threat, because as one of our great journalists and commentators here said, it only takes a few of us to wake up for it to be over, okay? So, thank you all for being here. Free Julian Assange. Fuck censorship. And we're gonna march to fucking Google. Because Google and Susan Wojcicki, who is the CEO of YouTube, right? They have demonetized us. They have demonetized Frank Analysis. They have demonetized Fort Fisher, MCSC Network folks. They continuously block our videos because they don't want the information we talk about to be seen or heard by the public. So we're gonna march and we're gonna tell them fuck censorship. We're gonna tell them free Julian Assange. We're gonna tell them that we're here to stay, that this is only the beginning of what's to come, because there will be more of us next time, and then more of us next time, and then more of us next time. Politicians won't solve our problems. We have to solve our problems together. There is no separation. We are all the working class.
Thank you, Fee. And we're going to get ready to march soon. We're going to just take a couple minutes over here. We're going to play the Fuck Censorship song. I want to thank Mike Ungeleiter and Steph Cerner, who created the song, recorded the whole 9 yards. I also want to send a special shout out. I want to send a special shout out to somebody else. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, Oz. Well, he's over there. He's watching and stuff because he sent me a quote today. Because everybody said, "Be careful if you quote Voltaire," because
I hate that.
they said that oligarch elitists kind of always go at people for saying the one saying which says, "I do not agree with what you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." But he also had a great quote, which was, my fingers there. He also had a great quote which said, "Cherish those who seek the truth, but beware of those who find it." Thank you all for coming out today. Fuck censorship. Tell these motherfuckers to do their job. They owe us a check. Let's go. Let me hear you say, "Fuck censorship." Fuck censorship. Say, "Fuck censorship." Fuck censorship. Free Julian Assange. Thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're beautiful people. I love you all.
Italian grandma. 66% Southern Italian.
White man grandma. Civil liberties grandma.
I like that one.
Andrew, you know where Google is?
Are we doing NPR first?
No, I was going to say fuck NPR. Okay, NPR, the propaganda.
I'll let the cops know.
Okay.
We're gonna.
You want to go?
We're gonna go this way. We're gonna turn left, and then we're gonna turn left again onto North Capitol.
Double left.
Double left, and then we'll go to Michigan and turn right.
NPR show for Bloomberg during the primaries. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Oh yeah.
It was terrible, man.
Got some lawn games.
They have private funding as well.
I did bring a kite.
Oh, it's right here.
Go fly a kite. Prepared for anything today? Part-time, yeah. Say hello, everyone. Doing well. We're here at CNN. We've got behind me, we've got Care First, Division of Blue Cross Blue Shield. We've got the Department of Education and CNN back there. And then over here, we have my favorite, which is the National Energy Commission. That's where all your nuclear waste decisions are made. Well, maybe. We're getting it ready.
Bruno. Oh, you want the show?
So wherever you guys are today, I hope you can do something for Julian Assange. Stand on a corner, make a meme, put something in your window so your mailman sees it. You know, whatever you can do.
I'm gonna play it a little bit right now, just for this.
Got some prisoner garb as well. Jonny Tsunami.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're on.
Oh, you're each wearing each other's. It's your third behind the scenes guy.
It's all right later. Later on, we'll warm you up. We'll build a fire.
Is Andrew ready?
We're not gonna play it during the march, no?
We can if you want.
What do you think?
I think you should tell people the chorus before. I know it's the same way.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll just do a thing. We played it nice while everything was going. It's on the live stream, so. Just fuck censorship shit.
Yeah.
How we doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming on out. Appreciate it. What's your name? Pasta. Pleasure. You guys know Johnny?
Pasta.
Johnny Sue? Pleasure.
From what? Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm really glad to be here. It's actually worked out well for me. Come up to DC again sometime in March, so I'm really glad.
That's awesome. I know her.
That guy who's playing that song?
Yeah.
I saw you last time. Oh man, the song I was just playing, the fuck you said, he's in California.
But y'all have a thing called Convo Couch?
He's not really too afraid of the vaccine shit. He's not too afraid of the COVID shit. But next time.
Wow, man, cool. Yeah, well, maybe we can. I'll make sure.
I'll make sure we can get all your information.
Yeah, I follow you on Twitter, but I'll make. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
What's your name on Twitter?
Okay, you want me to write something also?
Awesome.
Our users up on there somewhere.
Yeah, we caught you. We were late. We drove all the way from Vermont. Yeah, definitely. For Julia. I mean, for freedom of press and earth is what I think.
How you doing, man? Good to see you again.
So what's going on tomorrow?
Oh, you're welcome to. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, I'd be into it. Yeah. I need to get this, not with you guys. Did you get a box? Thanks for doing it. Awesome.
No, we did not.
It's really cool to see that.
You guys like him?
Thank you. How are y'all doing?
But yeah,
Good, how are you?
His songs, they would be really,
Free songs,
really good.
anonymous,
It's just like, it's all about prisoner. Like, oh, maybe you saw some on YouTube, because I've got some live versions.
Thank you for joining us again, by the way.
Probably would cast fire.
I tried to tell everybody I could.
But yeah, T-Bone Slim is like my great grandmother.
I don't know if I have we have some anonymous
right about the anti-censorship. Really, yeah, basically, government cracking down. I mean, a lot of his songs make famous songs.
What do you want to tell me? That's tough, I think.
This particular one? Just the same way. I don't know how I got involved with you guys. It's funny, like you get on Twitter or whatever. But, I must have followed, I seek out alternatives. So it must have been a half a year ago I started watching you guys, like Slow News Day, with you guys, just some various, from different backgrounds too, like possibly saying, I'm interested to hear what people have to say on it. Anybody that's just looking to change, trying to present information. So yeah, it's funny seeing that Magnus dude here, because I've been following him.
That's something I can
Yeah.
They're like $70 here. There's only like 2 spots you can actually get cartridges.
And actually, that's one
but they go from like 70 to $1.25.
Researching,
right? So it depends. But there's only like 3 spots that I found where you could actually get cartridges. It was a pain in the ass.
People have strong opinions that are completely different, but it's like that. You gotta have something like that. If they expect it, then everybody around us to have the same opinion. It's like, what kind of society is that?
So there are places around here.
You're expressing it
Yeah.
I would just Google where, search up.
Bang this on the window with
Yeah, you. This is true, and I think that's my anger against this bullshit, actually, and keeping it warm. It's fueling my heart fire. So, I mean, we have shit to talk about.
There's some info on the back about like the gay counts and stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
Bring you join the song. Oh, nice. Okay. Got it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no. I like am already mad that I'm not
Papi or is
back
he fully grown? He's fully grown.
I try to like.
He's not 8 years old.
Yeah, of course.
You're facing the American country and taking them to go to the top 0.5%. We see it. We see it every day.
Okay, so basically, Black Hat Barnes is alive and love her. So very top 5
Johnny.
Hunter Carranza and Ty. Hunter Carranza.
Yeah, we have the defund the Pentagon. We have the Convo Couch. Yeah. Yeah.
You got the second one though, the other.
The red.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to get one more. Do you guys want to get a printer? What size are you? Okay, yeah. Because we miscommunicated. It was my bad. I sent you guys Convo Couch shirts, and I have one of your size left. I'm like, let me send that out. So I'll get you the fun, and I'll get you guys fuck censorship since you guys can't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'll hook back up with you guys. I'm gonna go introduce them to Fee real quick.
I was gonna put the shirt on, but I put it in the bottom of the cart before the march, and then they put like a million things on top of it. It was at the top. It was at the top. They put you in.
Let's hope we don't have.
Don't slander me.
Ty. We sent them some the Fund the Pentagon shirts. They came out. They said last time we were here, they will come out next time. So that 100, yeah. So Fiorella.
I know, this is the first time we're doing this.
Next time you're gonna speak. Where's Hunter Carranza?
As soon as right after Fiorella, I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah, you let us know next time. It takes a lot to get up there, but once you start doing it, it just becomes like second.
I mean, I do it to everyone in my life.
Yeah, but especially that, 10 years after Fukushima, we're still doing the same shit. And it's these fuckers over here doing it. And they absolutely.
By information, you ourselves, where is our check? Go talk to somebody, go get us our check. Get us a consent, get our video, get us our check.
You're in trouble, Andrew. You're in trouble.
And so you won't know what's going on unless you know what lives you watch.
Awesome. Let's go. We gotta leave.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to march. CNN does not have our chip. They say go speak to human resources. We told them to go track. Let's get ready to do this. Where's Andrew?
You told me not to get arrested. You're over yelling at CNN security.
He's here
Hey,
to
what's the
swear.
check? Where's my money?
Hey, CNN security people, you're welcome to not be punk asses and join us.
That's right. Join the real journalists.
Do your job. Do your job. Do your job. Do your job. All right, guys, let's go. We got get ready to march. We gotta let those pigs get out of it now.
Prematurely, but I like tagged. I was like at CNN. But longer
they are.
without
Whenever we start,
Andrew paging Andrew. Andrew paging Andrew. We don't know where to go without you.
Is it on the left? You know where we're going? We're gonna follow the truck.
Just so you're aware, we're taking a left, then we're taking another left, then we're going straight for a little bit and turning right into green.
Okay. I'm gonna follow you though because I don't know where the fuck we're at.
That's fine.
Yeah, this wasn't this one. It was the same side. Ready?
Far away. So many people came from so far away to be here. It's really awesome. Thank you all who came. And thank you all for watching. Fams. Is this a bus for all politicians?
Yes, sir. Everybody behind the truck, stay on one side, please.
Yeah. We're gonna follow the truck.
Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
When do we want it?
Now!
When free speech is attacked,
we fight back!
When free speech is attacked,
we fight back!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Free! Free! Julian Assange!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
When free speech is attacked,
we fight back!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Free! Free! Julian Assange!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
You say censorship! Fuck!
Censorship!
Censorship! Censorship! Censorship!
Show me what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This
is what democracy looks like!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! What was the decision?
No extradition!
What was the decision?
No extradition!
Censorship!
Censorship!
I
say fuck! You say CNN fuck!
CNN!
Fuck!
CNN!
I say fuck! You say Google fuck!
Google! Google!
Why can't I see anything? Why is it so dim?
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck.
Censorship.
Fuck.
Censorship.
When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck.
Google.
Fuck. Google. When I say defund, you say the Pentagon. This is what democracy looks like. When I say defund, you say the Pentagon.
The Pentagon! Get along. The Pentagon! Not war. I say crackhead burning and Ziotic.
The Pentagon! The Pentagon!
Woo!
Woo!
No extradition!
No extradition!
Free
Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! Censorship! Censorship!
Google!
Google!
I had to switch a different mic. 1% left on the back, on the phone.
Google! Google!
Slow news day! Slow news day! That's what you need to listen to!
Yeah!
When free speech is attacked,
We fight back!
when a free press is attacked,
We fight back!
what was non-distinction?
No extradition!
What was non-distinction?
No extradition!
Free!
Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck.
Censorship! Censorship!
You say Google.
Fuck! Google! Google! CNN!
CNN!
Hey, I got one! When I say Steve, you say Poikinen! Steve!
When I say Corey, you say Joe. Corey, Joe. Corey, Joe. Support independent media.
Yeah!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange!
Free!
Free! Julian Assange!
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck,
No extradition! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Now! Free Assange! Now! Free Assange! Now! Shut it down! Shut it down! We fight back! We fight back! Free Julian Assange! Free! Free Julian Assange!
when I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck!
Google!
Fuck!
Google!
When I say fuck, you say Fox. Fuck!
Fox!
Fuck!
Fox!
When I say fuck, you say CNN. Fuck!
CNN!
Fuck!
CNN!
Free!
Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! No extradition! No extradition!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange!
What was that decision?
No extradition!
What is that decision?
No extradition!
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck!
Google!
Fuck!
Google!
When I say fuck, you say YouTube. Fuck!
YouTube!
Fuck!
YouTube!
When I say fuck, you say Fox. Fuck!
Fox!
Fuck!
Fox!
When I say fuck, you say CNN. Fuck!
CNN!
Fuck!
CNN!
Copying us.
Oh, you want to turn it? Okay. You want to turn it? Was she?
So I went over and interviewed her.
Nice.
Started telling me all the
Free! Free! Julian Assange!
At least she knows who he is, I guess.
Free! Free! Julian Assange!
That's a good tip. Just follow the leader.
Oh, we're marching to the Capitol, you said?
Whoa! What do I say? Fuck! You say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck!
Google!
Fuck!
Google!
When I say fuck, you say YouTube. Fuck!
YouTube!
Fuck!
YouTube!
When I say fuck, you say CNN. Fuck!
CNN!
Fuck!
CNN!
When I say fuck, you say Fox. Fuck!
Fox!
Fuck!
Fox!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Andrew?
Andrew!
Jazz hands, Andrew?
Jazz Andrew. Jazz Andrew.
Jazz Andrew.
Jazz Andrew. I guess.
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Free Assange! Now! Free Assange!
Now! When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck!
Google!
Fuck!
Google!
When I say fuck, you say CNN. Fuck!
CNN!
Fuck!
CNN!
When I say fuck, you say Fox. Fuck!
Fox!
Fuck!
Fox!
Free!
Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange! We fight back! We fight back!
Go, Posse.
Free! Free!
Julian Assange!
Free! Free!
Julian Assange!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Assange!
What do we want?
Now!
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say fuck. Fuck!
Fox!
Fuck!
Fox!
When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck!
Google!
Fuck!
Google!
When I say fuck, you say CNN. Fuck!
CNN!
Fuck!
CNN!
Free!
Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange!
Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah.
When I say fuck, you say censorship. Fuck!
Censorship!
Fuck!
Censorship!
When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck!
Google!
Fuck!
Google!
When I say fuck, you say Fox. Fuck!
Fox!
Fuck!
Fox!
When I say fuck, you say CNN. Fuck!
CNN!
Fuck!
CNN!
When I say fuck, you say alphabet. Fuck!
Alphabet!
Fuck!
Alphabet!
When I say fuck, you say CIA. Fuck!
CIA!
Fuck!
CIA!
You say FBI. Fuck!
FBI! FBI!
Do that one again.
Yeah.
When I say fuck, you say CIA! Fuck!
CIA!
Fuck!
CIA!
When I say fuck, you say FBI! Fuck!
FBI!
FBI! When I say fuck, you say DHS! Fuck!
DHS!
Fuck!
DHS!
When I say fuck, you say the state! Fuck!
The state!
Fuck!
The state!
When I say fuck, you say ICE! Fuck!
ICE!
Fuck!
ICE!
Alright, I'm gonna try one here. When I say fuck, you say Palantir! Fuck!
Palantir!
Fuck!
Palantir!
When I say fuck, you say Big Tech! Fuck!
Big Tech!
Fuck!
Big Tech! Defund the Pentagon.
Fuck you, Bill Gates! Fuck you, Bill Gates! Fuck you, Bill Gates!
Fuck you, Bill Gates!
Fuck you, Bill Gates!
Fuck you, Bill Gates!
Fuck you, Bill Gates!
Fuck you, Bill Gates! Yeah, this is it.
That's it?
Yep.
Alright, we're here.
Is this, what's this here? Google? This is Google. Right here. It's one of the offices.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't really have a sign out.
Destination, right? This Google?
Okay. Everyone, this one. In front of the don't extradite Assange bus. So let's do that.
Yeah, let's. Here, I'll take it.
Fuck the CIA.
No, you're in it. I don't need to be.
12 people in front, 12 people in the back, 12 people in front. Traffic ram on. Thank you all for coming today. This is going to be our final destination.
Oh, the tour guide. Thank you.
Remember, this is just a rock going in the water. The ripple will be big. You guys try to move closer towards the truck over here so we can get to the space.
Yeah, of course. We wanted to come, but I've been wanting to.
I'd like my photo.
Right here. Shove it here. This is the Google building, so let's let them hear it. They need to do their job. Do your 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 job. Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! Free! Free! Julian Assange! When I say fuck, you say Google. Fuck! Google! Fuck! Google! When I say fuck, you say alphabet. Fuck! Alphabet! Fuck! Alphabet! These motherfuckers owe us a check. Don't forget it. And thank you all for showing up. We really do appreciate it. On behalf of Action for Assange and everybody else, for Clovers for Assange, the Convo Couch, everybody else who showed up, independent media, we love you, we thank you, and thank you for joining the movement. We'll see you soon. All right, I'm hungry. Let's go get some pizza.
Where can we get the picture from? Yeah, please.
I took mine in this video, so that final
I just want to get the picture where they can go and look at it.
Right, yeah.
What's it? All right, send it to us. They're gonna send us the picture. We'll have it up on the Convo Couch Twitter and shit and all that stuff. Thank you very much for everybody for coming. They are. Yeah, we'll be with them. So yeah.
So what's the
just Action for Assange.
Same time to DOJ.
Department of Justice. Hang out there like we did last time. We had cake and cookies and shit out there.
Okay.
But that was like a celebration because there was no extradition stuff. So.
Right. Yeah.
We're not going to be quite celebrating.
Yeah.
A little bit more yelling.
Yeah.
The business lawsuits.
Put it in. Literally, like, make the
Can I get my YouTube channel back, please? I didn't do anything.
I don't even want mine.
My Facebook. Do you have a YouTube? Oh yeah. My Etsy, my YouTube, my Facebook, Instagram, my Uber, my what was it? I'll take it up. You're not allowed to. I could create a new one, but it was they took everything attached to my account and banned every single fucking.
Was it after like one thing?
It was after the all at once, just like boom, my business came on
Too many chips like a taste.
It's like my Facebook is I'm trying to avoid like all this drama shit. We don't have it. So
that was like the biggest point of stress for like
You're good.
trying to think about it.
Sorry. Let's sign off.
Oh shit. All right. Plugged in?
Yep. No.
Audio?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
All right. So day one, Action for Assange. Fucking Convo Couch, put this thing together. What do you think so far, first day? Thoughts?
I think it was a fantastic turnout.
Yeah.
my voice is a little hoarse, which is a good sign.
Come in here, Andrew. Andrew's over here. He was screaming and yelling. Louis Jones over there. Action for Assange. Hello Newsday, Convo Couch, Frank Analysis, all these other people out here. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. We're going to be out here tomorrow too, doing well as well. Where are we going to be tomorrow?
Department of Justice.
By areas, Frank Analysis, Department of Justice. We're going to sign off for today. Thank you guys, everybody who supported us, got us here. We are people funded, so you get us here because we got to fight back against these corporations, the mainstream media, Google, Alphabet. They're trying to shut us up, but they won't. We'll take to the fucking streets if we need to. For everybody out there watching, Steve, sign us off. Tell everybody what they got to hear.
Good luck to us all.
Love y'all.
Fuck you too. Stay informed.
Convo Couch.
We got amazing interviews coming out, so stay tuned for that. Peace out, y'all.